Look who showed up again!
Green Day, along with Nirvana and Pearl Jam, are among the most influential bands of the past few decades. They have revolutionized rock music, reinvented punk music, and even become well known for their pop music. Green Day's founding members had overcome years of obscurity and personal trauma to become one of the biggest bands in California's underground punk scene.
I knew Punk. He was a close personal friend of mine.
Their success had won them legions of new fans and had attracted major label execs from all over the country. Green Day were faced with the very real possibility that their punk credibility would be compromised by their affiliation with a large corporation.
It's like shooting yourself in the foot if you don't, you know what I mean? To some extent, you have the opportunity to tell people, hey, we have an album out, here it is, you know, sure, go buy it.
Advertisement franchise.
After meeting with representatives from a wide variety of record companies, Billy Joe, Mike, and Trey made the difficult decision to sign with Reprise Records, a division of the massive Warner Brothers company.
It's kind of a necessary evil, I guess.
On February 1st, 1994, Dookie was released to the world. And almost immediately, the album's first single, Longview, started tearing up the MTV charts.
We were looking for lunch money when we put Dookie out. we didn't expect anything. I mean, we've never really had delusions of grandeur.
The massive exposure also helped the band earn some high-profile concert dates, including the now legendary Mud Fight appearance at Woodstock. Green Day was revolutionizing the post-Nirvana world of rock music, and fans were eager to show their support. They were the hottest ticket on the modern rock scene. But just as the legend of Green Day was starting to build, the Northern California rockers came face to face with their biggest fears.
The hockey arenas are kind of hard to consider punk rock, especially when like probably Bon Jovi probably came through here and played a couple weeks ago.
With follow-up hits like Basket Case and When I Come Around, showcasing a less threatening, more tame version of the young band, punk fans began to assail their former golden boys as posers and sellouts.
You kind of got a bit of grief over the fact that you signed to a major label and stuff.
No grief here. We're happy about it.
I'm not going to take shit from them. I'm not going to take any shit from people that want to give it out, you know. I mean, I might listen to it, you know, take everything into perspective, of course, but we do what we do, and other people can do what they want too, so, in the discussion.
The harsh criticism was a tough pill to swallow.
But the complaint is not about your making music, but about your making money coming out of a punk thing.
Hey, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. My opinion is this is what I like to do, and this is what I'm going to continue to do, and if I make money, that's my business.
You don't like us? You don't like us. He doesn't like us.
He
doesn't like us.
We're not going to justify ourselves. It's not worth justifying.
Green Day's fan base had shifted from punk rock aficionados who understood the rage and aggression of their music to suburban teenagers more interested in the band's catchy hooks and three-chord melodies.
We sort of noticed that the shows were just getting bigger and the crowds were getting really diverse. You know, it wasn't necessarily a bunch of, you know, kids with mohawks and skateboards. You know, suddenly it was like small kids, you know, college kids, adults, you know, all these people just started coming to see the shows.
The instant loss of punk credibility not only made Green Day hungry to win it back, but also made them value the friends and family who had stood by them through their evolution.
Our real friends are still our friends.
Everyone that I've been close to are like still my friends, you know.
Over the course of the next 2 years, all three bandmates got married and started families.
You know, I had a new baby, you know, it was like 22. I mean, it was like teenage sex pretty much.
I never really thought much about like what's going to happen in the future before. Oh no, you got a kid, so it's like...
You had to think about this small creature that wakes you up in the middle of the night every single night, so...
The emotional progression, the recognition of what was truly important, and the need to regain punk rock credibility inspired Green Day to rush back to the studio to record their second major label album. In 1995, Green Day released Insomniac. The album was a failure on all fronts. Punk fans hated it. Mainstream fans were bored by it. And radio stations just didn't get it. Take it off the sun! Get it off the sun! The album went on to sell only 2 million copies. A full 6 million less than Dookie.
Don't lie, you hate it,
In 2 short years, Green Day had gone from small-time punks to world-famous rockers, but in so doing, had lost their hard-fought identities.
Still I try.
Over the course of the next few years, Green Day tried hard to revisit the rage and aggression of the punk movement.
We're going to make another record that more lame bands are going to rip off.
1997's Nimrod and 2000's Warning were signs that Green Day was looking to create its own modern rock niche, a form of music not restricted by conventional punk or pop boundaries.
I don't really like mainstream music. I never have liked mainstream music. I don't know. I guess I don't like my own band.
But the personal maturation as seen in their music was contrasted heavily with an increased volatility in their public persona.
So, but you gotta walk the floor and
You know, you're interrupting me, please.
Get the f out of my f***ing garden!
Over the next few years, the band would take a series of dangerous missteps in the form of trashed hotel rooms and physical altercations.
We were thrown out of how many hotels that night? 3?
3, yeah.
It was a tough period for the veteran rockers. Their records were performing poorly on the charts. Their offstage antics were turning them into circus sideshows. And most importantly, they appeared to be losing sight of what they truly wanted to achieve with their music.
Just confusing time, and I think you can really hear that in the music. You know, I mean, I think we still managed to be Green Day. You know?
You have to settle the bottom of the barrel. It's Green Day.
But that was just the beginning. In the privacy of their own homes, Green Day were experiencing a whole new set of personal lows.
A lot of the things that have happened to me personally in the past year and a half or so, and it just kind of breaks it down to the core of what I'm feeling, and that's about it, you know.
Within a 2-year span, Green Day would experience some intense relationship breakdowns, resulting in either divorce or separation for each of its band members.
I need a new wife.
But just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, they did. When we come back, Green Day's frontman makes a bad decision and pays the price when Born to Be continues.